Hey, this Managed Transportation and Logistics LLC.
Yes, sir. Just inquiring about your load going from Indianapolis to Baltimore.
Yep, Indianapolis to Baltimore. What type of equipment do you got?
I have a 40-foot flatbed hot shot.
Hey, what's going on YouTube out there, man? It's a beautiful day out here, beautiful morning. I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, about to make me some quick little money, about to broker out this load. And I'm gonna actually walk you guys through this transaction out here. So in 2019, I showed you guys out there how to start your trucking company, specifically hot shot trucking, you know what I'm saying, Ram 3500 40-foot big text trailer, or whichever make and model, you know, that you want, you know. So in 2019, around this time in January, that's when I actually started my YouTube channel. And I just started to put out videos about trucking, you know. So, and then I started to actually help people on starting their trucking companies. So that's what happened in 2019. Now we're in 2020, and now I'm about to show you guys how to become freight brokers and how to broker out freight. So in this video right here, I'm going to actually walk you guys through the whole process of me from the beginning till the end, pretty much, of brokering out this freight. So right now, like I say, I'm on my patio, and it's nothing like it, man. You know, it's not like being an entrepreneur. It's not like working from home. Once you figure out something and discover a way to make money, you just got to perfect it and you got to run with it. So let's just get off into it right now. Like I say, I'm out on the patio right now. I already got my load. It's already uploaded and to the DAT Express. DAT Express is basically for freight brokers. So you have basically different types of load boards. You have load boards where you could search for loads, and those type of load boards are for freight dispatchers and truck drivers who are looking for loads. And then also you're going to have load boards like DAT Express. DAT Express is for freight brokers who are wanting to post loads. So that's what I'm operating off of right now, DAT Express. And yes, I do have an active freight brokerage. You could go check my MC number, 026790. Managed Transportation and Logistics LLC is my actual freight brokerage, which will be my 3-year anniversary is coming up here June the 1st, which I'm very excited about. And also, just to let you guys know, your freight brokerage has to be 3 years if you guys want to start bidding on DOD and military freight, which pays a lot of money, you know. So here in June, I'm going to be eligible to start bidding on those government contracts, start moving out some of that military freight. Like I say, man, big shout out to the Army, big shout out to the Navy, big shout out to the military and all of my veterans out there. So I'm pretty excited about that, man. So like I say, anyway, man, let's just go ahead and get back to the content. Sometimes I get off, especially when it comes to the military, man. I'm very passionate about it. And, you know, it's something that made me into who I am today. So I always got to share that with people out there. So, like I say, I got my load already uploaded up into the actual system. And let me just walk you guys through the details. So basically the details of this load is coming from Indianapolis, Indiana, out of Arlo Steel. And like I tell you guys, man, build relationships out there. You know what I'm saying? Being a freight broker, you're going to start acquiring your customer. Your customer is basically your shipper, who you are brokering, helping them, you know, move their freight by brokering their freight out to truck drivers. So start building those relationships. And for you guys out there that are freight brokers, if you have a trucking company or if you're dispatching for owner operators, you can actually turn those customers into direct shippers for your personal trucks too. So like I say, building relationships is very critical. So this load is coming from Indianapolis, Indiana, and it's going to Baltimore, Maryland. It's about 580 miles from Indianapolis to Baltimore, Maryland. I got $16.50 on the actual rate from the actual shipper. So that's how much the shipper paid me to broker out this freight. It's $16.50, $1,650. It is 30 feet long, steel plates, 17,000 pounds. So basically, I'm about to put it on the load board right now. I already got it on the load board. Only thing I got to do is go to post and then it's gonna go live on the load board. So I'm looking for an actual 48-foot flatbed, a 48-foot step deck, or a 40-foot hot shot. So the hot shot could haul it. It don't need to be air ride, so it could be leaf spring or whatever it is. Or if you have air ride, that's perfectly fine too for the hot shot. As long as you can scale up to 17,000 pounds, most hot shots can scale up to 17,000 pounds. With me, I'm hauling loads up to 20,000 pounds. So 17,000 pounds, you know, is a pretty good, you know what I'm saying, weight for a hot shot. So I got $16.50 from the shipper, and I'm going to post it for $13.50 firm. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good rate because, like I say, it's going 580 miles. So that'll put you at what? If you just want to go off of $2 a mile, about what is that? $1,160 if my math is correct. But I posted for $13.50 because I don't really want to play no games. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when dispatchers and truck drivers call me up, I really just want to get to business. I don't really want them to be trying to negotiate with me. I want them to already know what the rate is. So if any of you guys out there have booked loads before, you know that a lot of times freight brokers don't even like to post the rate for some reason. You know, well, I know the reason behind it, because the freight broker actually wants you to call them with your rate, because they're hoping that you're going to haul it for way cheaper than what they're willing to give it to you for. So they're going to play that game with you. But I ain't about the games. I'm about business. As long as I'm making my money out of it, and as long as I'm taking care of my truck drivers out there, that's all that matters. So I'm $13.50 firm. So whenever someone do call me and book the load, I made me $300 out of this broker transaction for this morning before I go out on my run and my workout session. So like I say, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to post this load right now, and then hopefully within about the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'll start getting calls. Well, I'll start getting calls instantly, but hopefully within the next 5 to 10 minutes, I can actually broker out this freight. So it don't take long to broker out freight. Once you get the load from the shipper, it only takes you 5 to 10 minutes to broker it out, as long as you have a good load, you know. So I'm not going to broker out any freight, honestly, that is not going to benefit me or the driver, and especially the driver, because the driver is the one that's actually going to haul the load. And if you're trying to lowball the drivers are not going to even pick the freight up. So your load is just going to be sitting on the load board. So like I say, $16.50 from the shipper. I'm gonna go ahead and broker it out for $13.50. And the reason why I'm going over $2 a mile is because it do require a 4-foot drop tarp. So I'm actually giving the driver about another $150 to $200 for that tarp job out there. So man, I love brokering freight. This is probably one of the best things I've ever discovered. So in January 2020, right now, I'm showing you guys how to broker freight out here. So stay tuned. I'm about to post this load, and then I'm gonna resume this content once truck drivers or dispatchers start calling me, and then I'm gonna let you guys hear that process. Hey, this is Managed Transportation and Logistics LLC.
Yes, sir. Just inquiring about your load going from Indianapolis to Baltimore.
Yep, Indianapolis to Baltimore. What type of equipment do you got?
I have a 40-foot flatbed hot shot.
Perfect, perfect. How far are you from Indianapolis?
We are currently about 30 minutes outside of Indianapolis.
Okay, we just got to get up in there for, I think it's about 4 p.m. They stop loading up today. What's your MC, man?
The MC is 060489.
060489. Got you. Let me look you up in the system. Are you the owner of the company, or are you just dispatching?
I am the owner.
You are the owner. Alrighty. Let me pull you up real quick. You know if you ever hauled a load for Managed Transportation and Logistics LLC?
Yes, sir. I'm pretty sure, but just to confirm, I will look at it. But I'm pretty sure we have.
All right. United Veterans Transportation and Logistics out of McKinney, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. And what's your name?
Robert.
Alrighty. So you've seen all of the details on the actual load board. You good with everything? 17,000 pounds. You guys can scale that on your hot shot?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Also, the tarp is still going for the 1350, correct?
Yeah, 1350 with the tarp job. So it's take up about 30 feet of deck space, 17,000 pounds. Need at least a 4-foot drop tarp. Do you guys have straps and chains?
We have all you need.
Alrighty. So you guys think you could get up in there before 4 today, correct?
Yes, sir. Like I said, we're about 30 minutes outside of Indianapolis, and we'll head right over after we get the paperwork.
All right. So I do have you in the system. The only thing that I'm going to need from you is updated insurance. So if you can email that over to me, I'll send you an email. What's your email?
My email is UVTL
Okay.
_Robert
Okay.
@gmail.com.
Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is actually send you over an email, and just reply to that email with your updated COI, listing me as a certificate holder. The actual receiver is 24 hours. What time do you guys think you'll be able to unload tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow, probably around 4 also.
Okay. And like I said, I did ask you, do you got straps and chains, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about your tarp? No holes in your tarps or none? I mean, your tarps are in good shape?
Brand new in the bag, actually.
Okay. Perfect, man. And you know, we just don't want to get this freight wet. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see what else I need from you. That should be pretty much it right now. Matter of fact, let me get your driver's contact information, name and number.
All right. His name is Billy Hoyt.
All right.
His number is 516.
Okay.
404.
Okay.
4101.
4101. Alrighty. So I'll stay in contact with you. I won't call your actual driver. I'll just call him if I can't get in contact with you. If you can, give me a call once he makes it on site. I'm going to build this rate confirmation over. I'll send it over to you with all the details and the pickup number. So whenever he makes it on site, you can just send me an actual email, or this is my business cell phone. You could text it. You just text me and just say your driver's made it on site, and then just keep me updated periodically throughout, you know, the transition. So,
okay.
You got any questions for me?
Not at all. Sounds good to me.
Alrighty, man. I'll send this rate confirmation over to you. Once you get it, sign it, send it back to me, and then we should be good to go.
All right. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, so as you guys can see right there, brokering freight is very simple. Brokering freight is not hard at all. The most challenging part about being a freight broker is acquiring your actual customers and your shippers. So it's going to take some dedication. It's going to take some, you know, talking on the phone. It's going to take some good cold calling, and also walking into some shippers and manufacturers out there. So as you guys see, I posted that load, and about 2 minutes later, I got my first call, which that's all it took. You know, so like I tell you guys, I don't broker out any freight that's not going to benefit me or the driver. So the driver was already happy with the actual 1350 going out to Baltimore, Maryland. So I didn't have to have that driver fill out a carrier packet. If that driver was a brand new, if that trucking company was a brand new company to actually haul loads under my freight brokerage, I would have had to go through a couple of more steps, which I would have had to send them a carrier packet. Then they would have had to fill that out and then send me back their information, which would be their W-9, their insurance, and their authority certificate. So I didn't have to do any of that because that trucking company was already pretty much linked in with my freight brokerage. So only thing I have to do now is actually generate that rate confirmation, send over that rate confirmation, and now the money is going to be made. The truck driver, the trucking company will get $13.50, and like I say, I got $16.50 from the actual shipper. So they're going to make their money, and I just made me a quick $300. So like I say, if you guys aspire to becoming freight brokers, man, if I can do it, you guys can do it. You know, so it's not hard. You know, it's something that you guys can learn how to do. Very low startup costs, very low overhead. a lot of money to be made, and man, life's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys have any questions out there, hit me up on my email, broker@manixtrans.com. Go visit my website, www.extraordinarymovement.com. 30-day free trial with DAT. Go sign up with TAFS, Trans Financial Services. If you guys are looking for a factoring service, everything is in the description box below. CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.